The sun was setting over the horizon, casting a golden glow over the meadow. A young woman sat on a rock, her violin in her lap. She was playing a beautiful melody, and the sound of the violin was carried on the wind. The woman's name was Anya, and she was a gifted violinist. She had been playing the violin since she was a child, and she had a natural talent for it. She loved the way the violin could express her emotions, and she often found herself lost in the music when she played. As Anya played, she thought about her life. She had been through a lot in the past few years, but she had come out stronger. She had learned to appreciate the simple things in life, and she was grateful for the people who loved her. Anya finished playing the melody, and she closed her eyes for a moment. She could hear the sound of the wind in the trees, and she could smell the flowers in the meadow. She felt at peace, and she knew that everything was going to be okay. Anya opened her eyes and saw a rose bush nearby. She got up and walked over to the rose bush, and she picked a single rose. She held the rose to her nose and inhaled the sweet fragrance. Anya smiled. The rose reminded her of the melody she had just played. The melody was like a rose. It was beautiful and fragile, and it could bring joy to people's lives. Anya put the rose in her hair, and she started to walk back to her home. She knew that she would never forget the melody of the rose. The next day, Anya went back to the meadow with her violin. She sat on the rock and started to play the melody of the rose again. This time, she sang along with the melody. Her voice was clear and beautiful, and it carried on the wind. Anya played and sang for hours, and as she did, she felt her heart open up. She felt the love of the people who loved her, and she felt the beauty of the world around her. When Anya was finished playing, she felt a sense of peace and contentment. She knew that she would never forget the melody of the rose, and she knew that she would always cherish the memories of that day. The melody of the rose became Anya's signature piece. She played it at concerts and recitals, and she even recorded it as a single. The melody became a hit, and it helped to make Anya a famous violinist. Anya never forgot the meaning of the melody of the rose. It was a reminder of the beauty of the world, and it was a reminder of the love of the people who loved her. The melody of the rose gave Anya strength and inspiration, and it helped her to find her way in the world. Anya's fame as a violinist grew, and she traveled all over the world playing her music. She always made sure to include the melody of the rose in her performances, and it always brought the audience to tears. One day, Anya was playing the melody of the rose at a concert in a small village. As she played, she saw a young girl in the audience who was crying. Anya finished playing the melody, and she walked over to the girl. "Are you okay?" Anya asked. The girl wiped her tears and said, "Yes, I'm fine. Your music is just so beautiful, it makes me cry." Anya smiled and said, "I'm glad my music could touch you." The girl told Anya that she had lost her mother a few months ago, and the melody of the rose reminded her of her mother. Anya listened to the girl's story, and she felt a connection with her. Anya told the girl about the rose bush in the meadow, and how she had picked the rose after she played the melody for the first time. The girl smiled and said, "I think I know that rose bush. I used to play in that meadow when I was little." Anya and the girl talked for a while longer, and they became friends. Anya promised to visit the girl again soon, and she gave her the rose she had picked from the rose bush. Anya left the concert feeling happy. She knew that she had made a difference in the girl's life, and she was grateful for the opportunity to share her music with others. Anya continued to travel the world, playing her music and spreading joy to others. The melody of the rose became a symbol of hope and healing, and it helped people to connect with their emotions. Anya never forgot the meaning of the melody of the rose. It was a reminder of the beauty of the world, and it was a reminder of the love of the people who loved her. The melody of the rose gave Anya strength and inspiration, and it helped her to find her way in the world. The melody of the rose is still played today, and it continues to touch people's hearts. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. Anya continued to play the melody of the rose for many years. She brought joy to people all over the world, and she helped them to connect with their emotions. The melody of the rose became a symbol of hope and healing, and it helped people to find their way in the world. One day, Anya was playing the melody of the rose at a concert in a large city. As she played, she looked out at the audience and saw the young girl from the small village. The girl was now a grown woman, but she was still crying as she listened to the music. Anya finished playing the melody, and she walked over to the girl. "I'm so glad you came to my concert," Anya said. The girl smiled and said, "I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Your music means so much to me." Anya hugged the girl and said, "I'm so glad my music could help you." The girl told Anya that she had never really gotten over the death of her mother, but the melody of the rose had helped her to heal. She said that the melody reminded her of her mother's love, and it gave her strength to keep going. Anya was touched by the girl's story, and she was grateful that her music had helped her. She knew that she would continue to play the melody of the rose for as long as she could, because it was a reminder of the power of music to heal. Anya died peacefully in her sleep many years later. Her music was still played all over the world, and it continued to touch people's hearts. The melody of the rose was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope